Hey, what's up? So, have you ever wondered how other people are getting funding and scholarships to go to school and you are really just finding it difficult? You're doing all the right things, you're applying to schools, you're applying to scholarships, but things aren't just working out. I get you, I feel you, I've been there, for some time, and I know how difficult that can be. And that's why in today's video, I want to share a little secret with you. There's a huge funding opportunity that other people are tapping into that you may be missing out on. So in today's video, I'll share with you this huge funding opportunity that you need to take advantage of now, so that in 2023 you get to go to school too and get all the funding that you need to make that dream happen. So let's jump right into today's video, and please watch this video till the end so you can get all the value I've packed into today's video. So let's jump right in. So what is this huge funding opportunity that I'm talking about? It's negotiating more funding. And I know that sounds like something you already know, but listen up. You need to know how to negotiate between schools. So how does this work? This only works. These are the things you need to know. This strategy will only work if you apply to at least two schools that are kind of similar. Maybe that's in their ranking, maybe that's in the programs you're applying to. Don't apply for marketing here and biochemistry in the other school. So you need to apply to at least two schools that are quite similar. That's the only way this strategy would work. Second thing you need to note is you need to get funding from one of the schools. Actually, you don't need to get funding from one of the schools, but this will really make this strategy really work if you get some funding. It might be very tiny from one school, but if you don't get any funding from either of the schools or any of the schools you apply to, that's not a problem. The third thing is you need to think about this thing, like this strategy, from beginning. Before you even apply to any school, you need to think about it. But if you've already applied to schools, that's fine. But the best time to think about funding, like I always say on this channel, is before you apply to any school. So these are the three things you need to pay attention to. Now let me talk to you about like what this funding opportunity is, like how you can negotiate for more funding. So here's how this negotiation works. You would apply to at least two schools, like I said at the beginning, and then let's use school A and school B. These are both universities offering the same maybe grad school program. The programs are are very similar, not like super different courses, but very similar. This is what you need to do. Once you get admission offers into these two schools, into school A and school B, let's say school A, so I'm going to give you two scenarios here. So let's say school A and school B have offered you admission. School A provided $10,000 of scholarship, let's say for both schools, just to make things simple. You need $50,000 in tuition. But school A provided $10,000, school B provided $5,000, or school A provided 10,000, school B provided zero. Maybe you'll be like, oh, school B, nah, that's not a good school. I will just go to school A because they've given me some funding. What you need to do is actually go back to school B and say, hey, school B, school A has given me some funding. Even though school B, say nice things about school B. Like, this is my dream school. I've always wanted to do this program. Even though school B is my dream school or is my preferred, school A has given me funding and I need a lot of funding to make this dream happen. Something like that. And then school B would likely reply saying, hey, can you share the funding letter you got from school A with us? It might be a scholarship letter or something, or admission letter that states what funding you're getting. Can you share that with us? And then you will share with them. At first, you wouldn't share, right? But when they ask for it, you share with them, and you would see that school B will say, okay, we're going to give you $12,000. And when school B gives you $12,000, you need to go to school A. Listen up, I'm teaching you things that work, okay? Don't feel like, wait, is that okay? Do people do that? People do that every damn day. Every day, people are doing it. Okay, so you need to go back to school A and say, hey, school A, I really appreciate the $10,000 funding you've given me, but school B gave me $12,000. And then school A will likely be like, you know what, the final thing we can do is $20,000. And then you keep going that way until both schools are like, you know what, this is the final we can do. And at that point, you make a decision. Listen, this is the biggest mistake most people make. They accept the admission offer before they try to negotiate. Don't do that. You need to negotiate before you accept the admission offer. So maybe you're wondering, how do I write this email to these schools? I don't even know what to say. I got you. Okay, so I'll drop a link in the description box and you can get my templates for close to free for about just $1. You can just pick up that template. I have done this so many times. I've helped so many people negotiate school funding, grad school funding, and all of that. So just get my template and you don't need to write this from scratch. With $1, just get these different letters I'll write for you. Basically, I would provide templates that you can just leverage, put in your own specific information and send to the schools. So if you're interested in that, just click the link in my description and you will see that, so you don't have to waste time on this. But if you want to do it yourself, that is also okay. You just need to write to the two schools the way I've explained now. You just need to write to the two schools and say, hey, I got this from A, and then go to B and say, I got this from B. But you need to be very thoughtful. You don't go to A saying, if you can't give me this, which school B has given me, I'm afraid I won't be able to join. That is not how to do it. There's a method to this thing. People have been doing it for years. It's pure negotiation. The same way when you get a job, you can negotiate your offer with another job offer, right? So that's exactly what's going on here. You are just negotiating. So there's a method to it. Be careful. Don't disrespect people. Don't just make it seem like it's only the money you care about, right? But do it yourself if you want. But if you want my help as well, you can just download my template for about $1. You get multiple templates. So we've talked about one scenario where you get some funding from school A, but you didn't get from school B. Now let's talk about situations where you don't get any funding from school A and you get zero from school B. Basically, you have $0 in scholarship or funding. So let's talk about that a bit. So now you got admission offers from school A and you got from school B as well. So school A and B have offered you admission, right, to join their programs. And these programs are similar. Things are fine. But you did not get anything from both schools. So what do? Can you still use this negotiation strategy to get more funding? The answer is yes. You can use this negotiation thing to get more funding. What you need to do is start with one of the schools and write a letter to one school. When I say letter, I really mean an email, okay? Because this is 2022 and we aren't really writing letters anymore. But I'm just saying letters, okay? So write an email to school A and tell school A that, hey, one thing that is very important to schools is you demonstrating interest and excitement to join, right? So you have to show that in the letter and then say, hey, you're happy, everything, is going great, you're happy to join the class, but you've got offers from other schools or from another school, or, say something about that other school, some hint, like another school or other schools or other similar programs. And right now, this is your top school, this is your top choice, but you need funding to even make this happen. That's kind of how you hint the other school and say, hey, it's funding that matters. What they will do, two things can happen. They can say, hey, send us the admission offer, but most likely because you've not said anything about funding, they will say, hey, we would send this back to our financial review committee, something like that, and they'll review again and get back to you. And so what they have told you is, hey, we'll think about it, right? So usually what they will do is they'll come back and then offer you a small amount. Now, once they've offered you, say, $10,000 or $5,000, it's at that point you will now go to school B and say, hey, I want this school, but I've gotten this offer from the other school, and I've also gotten $10,000 in scholarship. And then school B will respond with more funding, and that's how that process goes. So now let me explain something. There are two big ways you can get funding. One is through merit-based, and I'm talking about school funding, right? One is school scholarships, like merit-based scholarships. The other big one is need-based. So usually when you submit your application, your application actually goes through the merit-based scholarship committee, and that's how they award you maybe a graduate assistantship thing, or they provide funding, something like that. But the part you are not tapping into is that need-based. So what does that mean? It means a school can give you funding based on their assessment of your need. Does Doyin really need this money? If we don't give her this money, can she survive? Can she come to school? So that kind of thing. And it's from that need-based funding that they are getting a lot of this funding that they are giving you when you do this negotiation strategy, right? So all that I'm saying is schools always have need-based funding set aside. Your job is to make sure you write the right emails, you push to get that funding. Now, if you don't push, you likely would not get it, because need-based funding is not for everyone. The school is not supposed to just give everybody that. It's for those that can demonstrate that they really need it. And that's why I want you to write the right email to those schools. Again, if you need my templates for emails like this, you get a bunch of templates around this topic of negotiation that you can use whether you got funding from one of the schools or not. Those templates will be helpful. I've done this too many times at this point. So you can click the link below and get the templates for about $1. But if you don't want that, just be thoughtful as you write an email to each school. Show your excitement. Mention what you got from the other school. Show what you really need to make the dream happen. And then thank them again. It's as simple as that. So that's the other thing. So I hope you found that helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. It will really mean a lot to me. Give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you want to get more videos like this. Subscribe to the channel, join the family. We usually share a lot of information and have fun sometimes. So please give the video a thumbs up. But if you have any questions about this negotiation strategy I just talked about in today's video, or this is the first time you're hearing it, this thing is sounding like gibberish to you, drop a comment in the comment section. Drop a question in the comment section and I'll get to it. Just let me know. I can answer any questions that you have about this, how this works, and how I have helped other people get the funding they need through this negotiation. So put a comment below and I'll get to it. Don't forget to click the links in my description box as well. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.